In this video, I'll show you how to use horizontal and diagonal lines in your pictures, and it's in my book, Ellen's Guide to Design Elements on Amazon. We tend to read pictures the same way we read a book from left to right in Western cultures. So movement from left to right seems easier than movement from right to left. It's easier to read my leopard painting from left to right to the face rather than right to left. So choose whichever direction supports your message. Don't have a strong horizontal line at the bottom of the page like this one, especially one that goes from one end to the other. It blocks the eye from entering the picture in the foreground and creates a visual fence over which the viewer must jump. So instead, we enter from the left and follow the line out of the picture. If the horizontal line is straight and uneventful, then the line travels across quickly, which we don't want. We can reduce the speed by varying the line, especially on the right, as I did here. I implied that there are branches on a downed tree. That slows down the eye before it leaves the painting. A diagonal line is better because it goes through more of the picture and is more energetic than a horizontal line. The receding S shape is the most interesting, as it circles around high points in the painting. A horizontal line, like a gate without an opening, suggests either exclusion or trapping. Exclusion is reinforced here by the solid rectangular dark walls on both sides. So if your message is not exclusion or trapping, then it's asking our viewer too much to climb over the gate or peek through its openings. Instead, we should open the gate and welcome the viewer in. If you have a strong horizontal line on the bottom of the page like this one, then how do you contain the eye? One way is to have a vertical block on the right side. The eye follows this line and then goes up following the block and out of the picture. Now, if you really want to contain the eye, then you would have the vertical block here, but also a horizontal block on top. And then the eye goes in this direction, it goes up, it follows the horizontal block. And if there's a diagonal over here, it may circle around again. And we want to keep the eye in the picture for as long as possible. In many paintings, we will see vertical blocks like this door that stops the eye from leaving the picture. But we don't want this vertical block to be in the middle of the picture because then it divides the picture in half. In this painting, we have several vertical blocks on the right and a partial horizontal block on top, forming a partial frame around the figures. A common way to break up a horizontal line, like a table in a still life, is to drape a cloth over it, usually toward the right. We make certain assumptions when we see a line, so we interpret this line as going downhill since that's the left to right reading. We're less likely to see it as an uphill with a right to left reading or a path going into the distance toward the left. In this case, we may see a path going from the foreground to the background, a left to right reading, or alternatively, this could be a set of stairs or a hill directly in front of us. The right to left reading is very unlikely, looking at this as a downhill, for example. Now, I took this picture of a ball and I rotated it clockwise in this case and counterclockwise in this case. So it's the same picture. And I think you would agree that this one looks like it's rolling downhill because this line mainly is a downhill line. This one, it's not clear. It could be rolling downhill a little bit that way, or it could be receding in the distance. These diagonals seem to go with the grain, as we tend to brush by them as we travel from left to right, like these wheat fields. But when the lines go this way, they seem to be going against the grain, against our movement from left to right, like these wheat fields pointing this way. So you just need to be aware of the message you're sending. In this painting, this leg leads us into the picture, and the arm of the referee balanced the group, completing a pyramid. The horizontal ropes and the vertical pole right here stabilize and contain the action. They also make the diagonals more dynamic by contrast. And this vertical pole is on the right, so it blocks the eye from leaving the picture. Bellows is the artist, is thought to be this guy here with the balding head. Remember to check out my $5 book on Amazon, and please remember to subscribe.